I am the author and narrator of my new program, Escape, and it is about anxiety and panic disorder. First of all, let me just qualify myself and say that I do have a bachelor's degree, Bachelor's of Science degree in psychology. I have 120 classroom hours in alternative medicine, primarily hypnosis, so I'm certified through the International Medical and Mental Hypnotherapy Association. And I am embarking upon a new certification, which is personal trainer, which also has a nutritional element. So I'm all about wellness, because I've been in places that wasn't very well at all. So, in fact, the turning point, we all have that aha moment, you know, when we're in trouble, whatever the trouble is. And my aha moment was, I was pulling vegetable cans out of the cabinet and reading the labels, thinking that if I could just grasp the word green beans and salt, then maybe I still had some things. And I think I told one of my parents that. And then the other one called me and said, we think you need to go to the hospital. And I said, I think I do too. Come get me. So anyway, but the only thing I knew about psychiatric hospitals at that stage was what I saw on the television. Now, ladies, that's scary. Okay? When you are so sick that you think you might be put in a straitjacket, that you might have your brain fried, and you go anyway, I mean, that is surrender. Thank God it didn't happen. So, I mean, that is low places in life, and I'm talking low in the snake belly. Recovery, if we choose it. The name of my business is Choice Education, and it is all about choices. You're faced with so many choices in life. And it's not about what happened, it's about what are you going to do about it now? How many times do we drive down that highway with a death grip on that wheel, playing scripts in our mind? We're going to get back at that person. This is what I'm going to say. You know? And what do you think's happening to that brain? It is excreting all of those powerful, you know, endorphins and cortisol and, you know, all those toxic chemicals. Because the brain doesn't know that there's not really a threat going on. The threat is in your mind. Sometimes that's not a safe place to be. Does anybody know the difference, the primary difference between hypnosis and meditation? I'm going to tell you. You knew it was coming. Okay, meditation is a passive experience. Okay, you're just really sort of enjoying everything, and you're letting everything flow before you and by you. Hypnosis is directive. Someone's telling you a direction to take, mentally, emotionally, a physical, you know, highly suggestive physical action to take. So meditation is passive, hypnosis is directive. Let's just say if you have more pairs of shoes outside your closet than you do on the inside of your closet, you might have some imbalance. Now, Jeff Foxworthy might call that, you might be a redneck. Okay? I'll give you another example. If you have an adult child 25 or older still living at home, and you're still doing their laundry, might get a balance. And Jeff Foxworthy would call it, you might be a redneck.
Enabler.
An enabling redneck. Okay. So I have a confession. I am a recovering redneck. Okay? Now let me tell you about some redneckism. Redneckism is a lot like alcoholism. You don't ever really recover. You just manage the symptoms. I try to keep my skinny dipping and stock tanks to a bare minimum these days. This is a great tip. If you ever want to find out how hard you are on yourself, put some pennies in a pocket. And every time you say something awful to yourself, put that penny over in the other pocket. That will create some awareness and how much of a friend you really are or not to yourself. I can speak for an hour and a half on just resentment. Not that I have any material in my past to talk about, but the way I like to describe resentment is the grub worms of resentment. They're just like grub worms that threaten to eat up the fruit of your spirit, you know? And we do it. We engage in it. Whoever we're resentful of likely has no idea. But what are we doing? We're killing our own spiritual garden just by engaging in those resentments. Now, let me tell you, I did a lot of study on forgiveness. And let me give you this. You want to write this down if you have issues with resentment. I believe his name's Smead. I don't know if it's James or... but it's Smead, The Art of Forgiving. And he gave me the gift of a definition of forgiveness that I could engage in, that I could do, that I could achieve in light of situations that seemed unforgivable. And it set me free. And I needed to be free. Y'all need to be free?